Weekend they have farmers markets and all types of events. They actually have musicians up on that gazebo and the stage there. It's sort of like a stage. Everybody sits here and enjoys that. I think we've actually done something during one of those. We'll do it again this spring and summer. Welcome if you're out there. I wanted to quickly talk to you about the Fairfield market, what's happening out there. I'm seeing more properties hit the market. This is a good thing, guys. There are 79 single-family homes on the market as of this moment. That's up because we were at 53, I think, last time we did a report, which is a week and a half ago. 79, that's great. Currently, there are 57 homes. No, there are 37 homes that are CTS. 56 homes that are pending and 14 homes traded in the last 7 days. So activity strong here in Fairfield, Connecticut. What a beautiful place to live. Down here at the green, Chentro over there. Got Saugatuck Suites over here. And of course, if you are a fan of the Firehouse Deli, for the good stuff during the day. Anyway, that's what we got going on. Just wanted to pop on and talk to you guys real quick about the market. Any questions, make sure you reach out to me, let me know. I currently have buyers in almost all the towns in Lower Fairfield County, and they're still looking for that right home, and doesn't seem to be out there. So you may have that home. You may know somebody with that home or somebody who's considering selling their house. At least let them know. They should reach out to me so we can have a conversation and see if I don't have the buyer, someone in my office might, or at least the entire sales force. I always consider the entire market my sales force. I'm the guy at the helm with the marketing, and I'm out there with the video and cinematic experience, but then I rely on my sales force out there to take my content, take my polished product, put it in front of their client. That client says, hey, I'm gonna open up my wallet and buy said house that Mark gave us this experience at. So that to me is what it's all about, is an experience. It's not just listing homes. We want people to understand what about that home makes it special. How are you, sir? Beautiful dog. Is that a Portuguese water dog?
No,
Ah.
He's 50% standard poodle, and he's 50% cane corso.
Wow.
Which I'd never heard of prior to.
You just said I never heard of that either until now.
It's an Italian Mastiff.
Wow, beautiful.
Bred to guard the Roman Empire.
Wow.
120 to 140 pounds.
Wow, that's amazing.
He's just a puppy.
You know, and everyone said Rome will never fall. You know?
The dog held it up.
That dog held it up.
What are you doing?
I'm a realtor in Fairfield County, and I do a show called Discover Connecticut. And I try to highlight the communities. With Coldwell Banker.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you live in town?
I do.
How long you been in town?
Since 1893.
Can I interview you for a second? That's what I do here, is I talk to people and try
Really?
to. Yeah. Why don't you come on? They'll get to see this beautiful dog too.
Come on, Rex.
Come on, Rex. Come here, pup. Hey. I got 2 dogs at home. He's probably smelling them.
Oh, he's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, he sure does.
Oh, hey.
That makes for a good video, guys. I get mauled on camera by
That's right.
the Mastiff. He's protecting the Roman Empire.
He certainly is.
So what's your name?
My name is Glenn.
Glenn Mark Pyers.
He does this when we tend to talk a lot.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He gets a little excited.
He sure does.
How old is he?
He's 14 months.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
I found him at the shelter here in Fairfield.
Good
He
for
was
you.
7 weeks old,
Good for you.
and he was dying. He had been abandoned. And
So sad.
I said, well, I want to take him home. So they said, let us see if we can keep him alive. And then they had to advertise him in the paper for 2 weeks after he lived.
Oh, just to make
Because
sure.
he'd been abandoned. They
Hey,
said
pup.
nobody will reply. So I went down there for about 3 weeks in a row and spent an hour and a half every day with him.
That's so nice of you.
And it was just wonderful. And I talked
You
to
fell in love with him.
the town vet. Well, our dog had died 8 months before, so,
Oh, so it's
it
about
was time.
time.
So anyway, I talked to the town vet, and I said, what is he? And the town vet said, he's a mutt. He's another mutt. And I said, any idea how big he'll be? He said, I've seen 10,000 mutts, and he's not going to be any bigger than 35 pounds.
What's
So
he, about 85?
He's 80 now,
I was going to say,
and growing, and he's starting to fill out now.
that's a wonderful story. You know, we have an Australian cattle dog,
Oh, they're
and
beautiful.
we kept getting messages from the companies that we were speaking to. We were trying to find a shelter.
second.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, I'll call you back in 10. Sorry about that.
No, no problem. So we got one dog, and then the same shelters were sending us other dogs.
Yeah.
And they sent this beautiful Saint Bernard mix, and they were like, they're gonna euthanize it on Friday if you don't come, or someone doesn't come.
Mean.
So my wife goes, we're getting another dog. I was like, what? But I've always wanted a Saint Bernard. So like it was,
really?
And she's not a massive Saint Bernard. She's the mix where she's half the size, but still
Okay.
about 95 pounds. Yeah. So I can relate.
Not as sloppy, hopefully.
Not as sloppy, not as much drooling.
So how's your business? Good?
Good, yeah. You know, what I'm doing is trying to meet people out here because I have buyers and I can't find property. I'm calling everybody I know, and everyone's like, hey, I'll let you know. But then I'm thinking the other way would be to meet people on the street and say, do you know anybody who wants to sell their home? And if you don't, maybe you'll hear it next time you're at a cocktail party and say, well, there's a guy who has a show called Discover Connecticut,
right,
who incorporates his listings into the show.
Which is great fun.
Yeah, it's fun. So what I'm doing is highlighting the 400 years of history that we have in all these communities, and
You're
all
learning yourself while you're doing it.
I'm learning it, and and I love it because I found out George Washington stayed right over here at the Sun Tavern. I did an episode on that.
Cool is that?
Isn't that amazing? So I did like the full. It was like a 1 minute long, but it covered the history of how it was that town hall was burned down, and that George Washington was here in 1783. And then I did, just weeks ago, I did the Ogden House. I did like a 4 minute episode on the Ogden House. So I'm trying to just highlight what makes Fairfield so amazing. But then I also, you know Joe over here from the Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe's my buddy. So he was on, I did a full episode on the coffee shop and his new Fitspresso like 2 weeks ago. So
Joe and Joe?
Yeah, Joe and Joe. So if you happen to go to, on YouTube, just type in Discover CT and you'll see these episodes and you'll see yourself in the next couple of days. I do, but you know what? My new cards are on the way, so let me give you this for now. This is actually my,
You want to sit down?
let me see. Here we go. I'm actually the inventor and patent holder of the only drum in the world for guitar players as well. So that's what versatility. So what we have is a cajon makes you do this to play it, right? The beat seat, you could sit completely upright. You kick it with your heels. It sounds like a drum kit. So you have kick, snare with your feet, and you have a second snare between your hands, but it's on an angle, not flat. So you could sit like this. You could play with I play with broken sticks.
So I just need the hi-hat.
Yeah, you just add the hi-hat or you add like a little, a ride.
Yeah.
It sounds like a 7 to 12 piece drum kit, and I'm not a percussionist or drummer. I'm just a beat seat player. I invented it. So I play it every night and I loop it into my, my pedals.
Right.
It sounds like I have a drummer behind me. And so what I try to tell people is the beat seat is the second musician in the room. You know what I mean? You know how like...
You guitarist too?
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter. So, you know what I mean? You know how like...
You guitarist too?
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter. So now I write songs with this drum. So every night I'll go on and say, give me 3 words or a topic. And whatever the 3 words or the topic are, I'll just write a song about it. And sometimes it's good, maybe sometimes it's not, but I live in the moment and write music in the moment.
Do you perform locally?
I used to. When I was younger, I was an MTV music artist, and I almost signed a record deal, and then I got married instead, and then I kind of hung up the guitar in 2011, and then invented the beat seat like 2 years later. Do you know Tiger McNeil?
Oh, very well.
Okay, so Tiger and I were playing at the Georgetown Saloon.
Okay.
We were doing like a monthly residency, and so he's playing the cajon.
So you are an old-time musician.
Oh man, yeah, for sure. And so Tiger's playing the cajon, and I'm playing my loop station.
Tiger played my wedding.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I love Tiger. He's like my good buddy.
He played with, what was the Black Rock All-Stars? Do you remember that?
Yes, of course. Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean, I love Tiger's play because he's able to fit in the pocket, man. It was beautiful.
Tiger makes every band sound better.
For sure. And you know what? There's a 10-minute, like kind of like montage I put together of Tiger and I say this is the origins. We used to be called the Gig Box before we found out someone owned the trademark on that. So I got beat seat. I think makes more sense. It's it's a drum you play with your hands and feet. You sit completely upright. You don't hurt your back, and it's like the shape is wider at the back, more narrow at the front. So wherever you hit it sounds. I got one in the car. Hold on a second. Stay right here. All right, so this is going to change your life.
I didn't realize it was that big.
First of all, you see how I'm holding it?
Yeah.
We call it the grab and go bar. Look inside the back. Oh, sorry, bud.
Hey.
See inside the back, they've got the bar there?
Yeah.
So that's
so
just,
hold it.
And it's also support for anybody who's like really big.
You have a snare built into it?
2 snares.
Okay.
So you got one for your feet,
Yep.
kick,
Right.
Now listen to this.
It's got great sound.
How about
Very
this?
full sound.
All the way up to here. And then you even have.
You know what you're missing?
What do you think?
A drink holder.
It's freaking hilarious you said that.
Hey.
We have guitar stands that slide right up against the back. So you can put the guitar, but someone
put the
said you may
cowbell
want to
on?
put a cup holder on. I was like thinking that's a good idea.
Over to cowbell. That's right.
So I hand build these. Here, check it out. It's okay. It's okay. This is more of my demo anyway. If he scratches it up, it's fine.
Hey.
You want me to hold them?
If you want.
Yeah, I'll hold them.
Brace
I'm used.
yourself.
I'm used. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
Hey. Come
Yeah,
here.
you smell
Come here,
Maggie.
come here. Sit down.
You're smelling
Sit down.
Maggie.
Sit down.
Sit.
Sit down.
Good puppy. Good puppy. Yeah. Good puppy. Okay, I got some treats for you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, I'll hold them while you go check it out. Play on it. Have some fun. Kick it. Yeah. Good puppy. Good puppy. Yeah, you are. No. Sit. Sit.
I didn't hear this snare when you were hitting it before.
Oh, really? Yeah, you feel it when you're under it.
Can you hear it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the good thing is you don't have to bend over to play any of the panels.
It is comfortable.
And you're playing all these other tones you can't get out of a cajon.
Right.
The low end.
Oh, it's great.
Do you throw a mic on that thing? It sounds sick.
This would be tremendous. I play a lot of tennis, and my body's just really breaking down. And when I have to play afterwards, the other thing about this is easier on your hands than a cajon.
So true.
And I have arthritis, so I play for the most part with nylon brushes.
That's what I use on this.
Okay.
But because I had a drummer tell me the way that panel is shifted like that on that 45, it feels like you're playing your normal snare. Like when you get the sticks in your hand, I wish I had the sticks in the car so you could feel it out. But
what do you sell these for?
$750, $700 and up. Basically, the base models are about $700. I hand build each one.
That is fantastic. You build it here in Fairfield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. If you go to the website, it's on that card.
Can I find the story
Pick one
on
out. I'll
YouTube?
give you a discount. Okay, just because I want you to have one and start playing with it. I need to get more musicians playing it.
Yeah.
And then sharing it with other musicians because no one knows it exists.
Do you know
like
the
you.
guys well at community theater?
No, I want to get a gig there. I want to play there with the beat
Great
seat.
musicians,
I
too.
know. I got.
Great.
What's the piano player? The guy's main guy. Matt. I went here one day for Discover Connecticut. He was rocking.
You got to go interview him.
I would love to.
He's Fairfield grown.
I got to go see him.
Fairfield music scene.
Maybe I should just go see him because I sent him an email about this. I said I want.
introduce you to him.
Well, okay, that would be
And at the
fantastic.
same time, Tim, who's his main sound guy,
Okay.
brilliant drummer.
Is it? Oh, he's a drummer.
Plays everything. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They
See-
all do. They all play everything.
That's kind of like
So-
all musicians. I do this. I mean, I use a guitar synthesizer for most of my stuff.
Right.
But I have one of everything in my studio. I got a stand-up bass. I got pianos. Like I got a couple saxophones.
Oh,
I
you
don't
gotta
play
make
them
these
all.
guys.
I could play like the notes, but I don't know if that I'm playing. You know?
I think Matt is one of the best pianists I've ever seen,
Sick.
and I think he might be a better guitarist.
Really? I haven't seen him play guitar, but I saw him play piano, and I was like,
And he's a great story for you too.
Yeah.
He was also, he runs the open mic night for years now at the Apollo Theater.
"Where's the Apollo?"
Harlem.
In Harlem. He runs the open mic there. Maybe I
Yeah.
should do that with
And
a beat
Joe,
seat.
who works for him and shoots his videos and everything, Apollo Joe his name is,
Uh huh.
has performed more at the Apollo Theater than any person living
Wow. I definitely
do
got
a
to meet him.
story
I'd love to do a story on
on them.
them specifically for Fairfield, Connecticut. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a huge story.
I'll send you a note.
All right,
with
yeah,
my
I appreciate
contact
that.
information, and I'm happy to introduce you to these guys.
That'd be
One of
amazing.
my companies is right above Old Post Tavern on the corner.
What do you do?
It's called Post Road Hospitality. So we have 3 food brands. We just opened up Rybird right here.
Oh,
next door to
wow.
the
Yeah, I
theater.
saw that. Okay.
And,
That's you guys?
And we have a rum brand.
No way.
Um,
Well, you're a story too for Discover Connecticut.
my full-time gig is I do commercial real estate.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
both kind of in the same field.
I only do commercial, and I started a commercial division a year and a half ago through Rick Higgins.
Oh, okay. So you're working through the Higgins on the commercial side.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And we have an independent company also. Because
Yeah, yeah.
what we've built internally is an internal referral program for the 470 residential agents that Higgins has.
That's a good
They've
point.
got 11 offices. They have no commercial representation at all.
So you could handle any of their commercial needs, which is good. We have that at Coldwell. But so I think everybody should be sort of on the equal level, and then it's about how you perform. They're really looking for somebody who's going to shine. Right. We all have the ability to do the same things. It's then what do you do above and beyond? You know what I mean?
I'm a firm believer in find your lane and stay in it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of, I guess, maybe what I'm continuing to do is create my own lane.
No, I mean in real estate.
Oh, real estate. Yeah.
No, I've got a lot of lanes I go into.
Yeah, I like it. I'd love to hear more about getting into restaurants, all that. So if you ever want to do more of this, and maybe even do a feature on Rybird, because that would be pretty cool.
And like my partner in it is fascinating himself. He's a West Coast guy.
Oh, really?
Come east. Our rum is called Fairfield's Rum of the Americas.
Oh, wow.
Having nothing to do with the town of Fairfield. It's all based on fair trade within the islands.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
He developed the brand when he lived in California.
And it just happened to go with Fairfield at the time?
He happened to move to Fairfield, Connecticut.
That's amazing. That's a cool
Isn't
story
it?
in itself. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, my friend.
You
and
too.
I'm glad I had a chance to show you the beat seat. How cool is that?
You got to sit down and do all your interviews on
I like that idea.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please. I love it.
Hey, great to meet
Hey, you too. I'll look for your message, okay?
Yeah.
I wish I got your card, but please get in touch with me if you can, all right? Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, to me, everything is about collaboration, just talking to people.
And it's more fun.
And it's more fun, and I'm finding there are a lot of people in need and they just don't know who to talk to. So when you ask them, they're like, oh, it's interesting.
Because then it's going to break and you're going to run in front of a car.
Do you see how big this dog is, guys? That's a big dog.
And growing.
And
Give
growing.
me that back.
You're such a cutie pie.
He's so sweet and he's such a puppy at the same time.
And he'll calm down because Maggie was just like this. Oh, awesome, Glenn. Awesome to meet you, my friend. Look forward to chatting.
You too. Yeah, we'll be in touch.
We got to get you a beat seat.
And I'll make that intro for you.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
All right.
I'll bring down a beat seat for Matt to mess around with. I want to see what he does.
And Matt and Jim will love it.
Once people realize they could rock on their guitar with this thing, like I just kick it and it sounds like I got a drummer and I'm just going.
They'll eat it up.
I'm going to send you a note, all right?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, do me a favor. Either do it to my cell phone that's on there.
Okay.
Or use the email glenn.grella@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that. All right. Sounds good, my friend. Nice to meet you. Have a great day. So guys, we're here dropping frames. What's that all about? Oh, and I didn't record that. I mean, at least we're live. We got some frame droppage, which we shouldn't because, you know, it shouldn't. I don't know why you have frame dropping. But that was awesome to meet Glenn. And that stuff doesn't happen, guys, if I'm not out here on the streets, meeting people. That dog was massive, by the way. Almost knocked me over 3 times. Anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions about the real estate market or anything else out there, any locations you think I should cover, like Rybird, I'm thinking the community theater. I want to go and see Matt Ostreicher and see if I can get him on to do a story about him and talk about music and my invention, the beat seat. I'm going to show you guys the beat seat. Play it a little. Right? The beat seat? Guys, you need one. Everybody needs a beat seat. Get one at beatseat.rocks. Yes, your realtor's an inventor and patent holder. I mean, what are you going to do about it? And honestly, what's cool about the beat seat is it's also a sensory therapy drum for people with autism. So what I do is I create all different colors for the panels of the beat seat. And you have, for example, we usually do this one as red, and you have yellow, and you have blue and green, and orange up here. So you could say, yeah, play your favorite color. And now you're sitting in a circle and you have a bunch of people who, some of them are nonverbal, and they all are looking for a way to connect. And the current way is everyone's sitting in chairs and they're all holding something different. I'm not sure how that's called connecting, but to me that's called division. It's like everyone's got, you got a shaker, you got spoons. No, everyone's sitting on a beat seat. How cool is that? Sitting in a circle. All right, everybody, I want you to play your favorite color. Someone's playing their red panel, someone's playing their blue panel, someone's playing their green panel, someone's playing the yellow panel. The idea is using it as a teaching tool. All right, everybody, let's get together. We're gonna play our red panel. That's good, Tommy. Right? Or how about red panel is 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. This is, now we're getting advanced. That's advanced level. So anyway, guys, beatseat.rocks if you want to pick up a beat seat. They are hand built. It's not factory. I got it from a factory. No, these two hands. All right. So if you guys want these two hands to build you a beat seat, beatseat.rocket and .rocks. Wow. You know what? I'm going to see if I could shift this. I want you to see that terrace. I mean, is there a way to give you guys a view of that? I like that. Look at the sun in the background here. Ready? That's pretty cool, right? That steeple back there. So anyway, guys, beatseat.rocks, you heard it. Coldwell Banker, your realtor, Mark Pyers, here trying to make some connections on the street. I just put another property into pending status. This is exciting to me, but now I need new property to sell. So working on some things, but I want to work on more things. So make sure you reach out to me and see if we could connect with some of the people that I have that are looking for property. Like, what I think is interesting is whether it's my buyer or somebody else in my office or one of the competing offices, we have a nice, I would say, a Rolodex of buyers to lean on when properties hit the market. And so if something hits the market, or if I have a property $800 to $1 million, I've got a handful of buyers. I've got 3 buyers I could think of right now between 800 and $1 million. And you don't have to say in Fairfield, no, because they're in Fairfield County. They're looking at anything that's 800 to $1 million. And so if you have a property that's worth $1.5 million, I got one guy I could think of right now off the top of my head that's looking in the 1.5 range. Now, is he looking in Ridgefield? Maybe. He's also possibly looking in Easton, in Reading. So important to just make sure you reach out and let's just have a conversation, see what you have. Let's get an idea of the value, and let's be conservative about it. Just say, this is what you probably are going to get. There's a good chance you're going to get more, because between the marketing, between the supply and demand issue that we have, there's just no telling what someone's going to do when we put the shine on your property and show it to the world. They could freak out and pay way over asking price. So I can't wait to share what's happening with the current property that I put in, because honestly, guys, we're on a roll. That's all I could say. And if you trust me to take your property and bring it to market, we are going to just dominate. Honestly, you know what it is? I said this to somebody today because we were talking, and I said, the more property I get, the better this show is going to get. Because every time I bring a property on the market, it's going to be a part of Discover Connecticut. The towns are going to get more. You're going to see more activities, more events in different towns based around the properties I'm pulling on the market. So in a perfect world, I'm getting 5 properties in Fairfield on the market this weekend, and we're putting them into the episode of Discover Fairfield. A little bit of history. And these 5 properties that you could buy right now. Which one do you want to buy? Shoot me a DM. Contact info at the bottom. You guys know it's there. So anyway, any questions you guys may have, make sure, you see there it is. Sometimes you have to put it in after the fact. Could have had it there the whole time and you didn't do it, Mark. Anyway, beat seat, guys, get one. I'm going to go home and get some food. Everyone else is home already, but I'm working late because that's the job. This is probably a little better, the lighting, anyway. All right, guys, until tomorrow, remember, Saugatuck Suites, Firehouse Deli, Centro, and the Kenneth, what is it, Driscoll? The Kenneth Dowling Gazebo. You know, I've lived here for 17 years, I think. I never looked at the name on the gazebo. It's Kenneth Dowling. All right, guys, until tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. and hope to see you on the next episode.